Greetings, viewers, and welcome to part 2 of the Disney Food Blog Table Service Showdown Slacker Symposium. It's our pleasure to have you. It's the same cast of characters that you saw last episode. We've got our New England correspondents, we got our West Coast correspondents, and then we got us here at the home office in Abilene, Texas. Headquarters, that's correct. So on behalf of Devin, Beth, Lindsay, Jesd, Jared, and Justin, we welcome you. What do you say we just jump right into it?
Get it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
The first round of tonight's episode brings together two Epcot favorites, Cellier and the Coral Reef. Canada's finest versus a giant aquarium. I have an
opinion. Can I share my opinions?
Linz Reed, please lead us off.
It is busted to have a seafood restaurant in an aquarium. I mean, and I've never been there because I just haven't. But I have been to Le Cellier 3 times, I think, and that gets my vote. The end.
Beth, what do you think about all this talk?
Le Cellier for the poutine.
Solid. Good choice.
For the viewers who may have missed episode 1, Beth comes with the knowledge. So if you're going to debate her on one of these Disney food blog debates, you better have done your research because she's going to smack you down. Speaking of a smackdown, what do you think there, Jesd?
While I'm smacking down on my cheesecake. I've never eaten it either.
My point exactly.
Yep, never eaten it either. And all I know of Coral Reef is that episode of Full House.
Good episode. Solid. Everywhere you look, madame.
There you go.
Devin, beyond an 80s sitcom, do you have knowledge to bring to this conversation?
I've been to both, and I voted for Coral Reef because of the no steak thing. Plus, I like the turtles, and I was going to say, it makes me remember Full House.
Oh, so she did bring the 80s sitcom knowledge, or was it 90s?
I think half and half.
Okay, good. I'm feeling old at this point.
I think I watched reruns of Full House only, but...
And now I feel older.
Oh, man.
I felt my age there.
Yeah.
Oh.
And my hair just got grayer. Jorox and Spoon, what do you think?
Yeah, when you said in the last episode, we're like, but that was in high school. I'm like, that's a lot less.
It was 10 years ago.
It wasn't 10 years ago.
College wasn't even 10 years ago.
It wasn't.
So I've eaten at Le Cellier, not Coral Reef. The time I ate at Le Cellier was a very random thing because I was at Epcot by myself going to watch the new Canada movie. And lo and behold, Linz is there. Like I was supposed to see her the next day, but then
After window breaks.
Yeah, so I joined in on their party, had a ribeye, and there's like a little maple glaze on it. It was very good.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always heard things about Le Cellier, so I approved it. It was very good.
So I go with Canada A. For the win?
I think we're about to pick Le Cellier.
Well, yeah.
Approved. I will say I lived in the great state of Vermont, the Green Mountain State, for 7 years, and I love our neighbors to the north. Some of my most favorite times were visiting Montreal, where I could practice my Francais.
And did you
I did get to visit Toronto for the first time 1 year ago today with the El Crows. Amazing city, Toronto, Canada. We wish to visit you again. Oh, Canada. Round 2. Akershus. And something I've kind of, I don't know, I have a poor memory from the next one, Garden Grill, because I kind of misbehaved in front of my friends because I was really hungry.
Say more, Justin. When you say misbehave, how does that look for you?
He was hangry.
I was kind of mean to like the nicest people in the entire universe. including Kimberly, indirectly Jaw Rocks and Spoon, one of my best friends in the world. And Lynn's Reed kind of rescued me from going off the deep end because she took care of me like Dovey would have taken care of me. Yep. So
sidebar, were you two there the day after marathon? I thought I saw Devin there.
Yeah, we were there.
Okay, because like I think I asked Kimberly, I was like, I see her all the time, like all these like. But I think because like you've been in like Kimberly's videos, Devin. So
Yeah.
So I was like, so we were, all of us except Jez were there.
There was like no one in that restaurant that day too.
No, it was
We had
surprising.
like a half a restaurant to ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had a table.
and
for,
yet it took 20 minutes or more to
it was
seat
more
us.
than that. It was more than that.
Well, our table was ready. It's just we combined tables.
So I was
we
the
saw
40
your big party. And we were like, wow.
Yeah. I was the 40-year-old man acting like a 5-year-old in the midst of all
I
that.
have a question for you, J. Crow.
Yes, ma'am. I'm listening.
Why didn't you go downstairs and get yourself a snacky snack?
I think that's the most disappointing part of the whole story is I walked by France and I could have easily popped in there and gotten a quick snack. When I did try to go downstairs, there was a huge line, 10 plus people in line at whatever that little grab and go is. And it fueled my fire.
I seem to remember Jared reaching into his backpack at some point to hand you
I was about to say,
A granola bar.
did you not eat a granola bar too?
I think
That's the
I
other
slapped
question.
it away. I think I slapped it out of his hand.
I don't want no granola bar.
I don't want that.
The
And
monster
I was
granola bar from Target. The M&Ms in it.
Eames probably acted more mature than I did on that day. And it wasn't just me. Our good friend Gabriel Contreras was also feeling the hanger. So we had two very grown men acting very childish that morning. I apologize for all who may have witnessed that. I was actually said harsh words to my friend Jared that I wish I could take back, but I regress. Yeah, I regress.
It's fine.
I think he forgave me because he's my friend Jared. So where are we going on this one, team?
Garden Grill because specifically because I got to see you in a moment of distress. Let's
Say
just
more.
And in that moment of distress, we bonded because we got through it. So, and the food is pretty good. I could have taken or I could have finished one of those cinnamon roll griddles by myself. So, Garden Grill, the end.
Anyone else with Garden Grill experience? Chime in.
I'm going Garden Grill. You also can't beat the smell of the land as you rotate.
Yes.
Yes.
Dog barking. Garden Grill. That was the first time I saw Lynn's not smile.
There was a lot of learning and growing at Garden
That was
Grill.
a rough morning.
She drank had a sip of coffee, and I was like, oh, something didn't compute or calculate correctly there. And I called her out and I was like, you didn't smile for like half a second. What's wrong? So, I picked Garden Grill. I've never been to Akershus.
I've never been to Akershus.
Have you two been to Akershus?
Neither.
I went to breakfast once. It's a princess meal.
Mhm.
But Garden Grill gets my vote. I like Chippendale
Grill.
better than the princesses.
Approved.
Ooh.
These are our kind of viewers.
Well done.
Chaux de France or Biergarten. Sorry, I've been working on my French accent since high school. So
You did great. I feel
France
like
or Germany, basically. France or Germany. What are we thinking?
I like to describe chefs de France as perfectly adequate.
Hey, there we
Jared
go.
Jared does not like Chefs de France.
Strong feelings.
It's perfectly adequate.
He does not like that he has to eat $75 worth of appetizer, entree, and dessert for a dining package.
Mhm.
You paid for it.
I did pay for it.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was worth it to see Boys to Men from those premium seats. Thank
There
you
you
very
go.
much.
So that would be a plus for the Chez de France.
I think
the French onion soup is excellent there, though. I think.
Oh, I haven't had that.
We did have a hanger.
You would hope.
Yeah, well, yeah. We did have a hanger incident with Biergarten. I think we had waited so long and we had no reservation, and we just needed to eat somewhere with the
We did
whole
have a
fam.
reservation there.
There, but it was like super late.
Like
You're notorious
8:30.
for making. Well, okay, that's late for when you have the whole fam, especially like a
Child.
3-year-old. 3-year-old.
Little man.
You
He
weigh
was
30.
like 2.
Yeah.
He was 2, I think.
Oh, it's even worse.
Nice. Challenge
That
him.
sounds
But
like
it
a
was
nightmare.
good. I mean, there's like the
All right,
polka
so-
music and the dancing.
What's your vote?
So
Jess?
far, we have completely mediocre versus we were in a hurry and had to eat somewhere.
I liked Biergarten, so I choose Biergarten.
Biergarten.
I'm gonna choose Chefs de France because Remy.
So we got
Oh.
2. Linz Reed, where'd you go?
I'm choosing Biergarten, which I've never been to, because when having gone to Chef de France, which I think perfectly adequate is a good way to describe it, and I would take it a little farther, that I found Chef de France. I'll let Justin say it.
Say it again. Chez de France.
De France. I made my Garden Grill coffee face for the entirety of the dinner because I found the dinner so unbelievably adequate. I was angry.
Wow.
I made a grumpy face. So Biergarten.
So is this going to come down to New England to break this?
Well,
Skates to sneakers?
Going Biergarten. Can't go wrong with pretzel rolls and schnitzel.
Approved.
Mhm.
that's like the most true statement I think we've heard. Zara.
Yeah. That's probably going to make the story.
Yeah.
Biergarten for me too.
I think that seals its fate then. Excellent job, Devin.
Biergarten.
All right, I have a feeling the way this one's going to go. La Hacienda versus 9 Dragons. Jarox and Spoon's already writing it in there.
Good job, buddy.
Oh, yeah,
I
before
like
I,
how
write
he
it down.
erases it afterward, like that we didn't see it.
New England, what do you guys think?
Not been to
Um,
either.
Yeah. No opinion. No
Is La
experience.
Hacienda, I'm assuming, is in Mexico Pavilion?
Yes.
So
If
Justin,
you're from
did you ever
Texas,
go to the
raise your
Mexico
hand.
Pavilion?
If you're from Texas, raise your hand. If you never eat at La Hacienda, raise your hand.
Actually, I've been once, and now I don't anymore.
Jared
But
and I
our-
ate there during Wine and Dine 2018. Terrible experience. And we also ate at 9 Dragons that weekend, I think, and it was a glorious experience.
You're talking about the quick serve one, the
We
one
ate
in
the quick serve, correct.
the wine and dine party that got
Correct.
wet.
The thunderstorm.
Yeah.
ugh.
That was. What did you guys do during that time? I guess you were there.
We got
We
stuck
were in Mexico with our frozen margaritas shivering.
So we were there too, eating terrible nachos.
We probably saw each other. Like, yeah, we've probably been to all the same race weekends.
We got a picture with the 3 Caballeros
Mhm.
because there was nowhere else to go.
Yeah,
We were
totally
accidentally
stuck.
in that line.
I was at Monsieur Paul during that after party inside
And that's how you do it.
eating
That was
lamb.
smart. Jared and I
Yeah.
were huddled around different various crevices around Epcot. It was terrible.
I love a good crevice.
Yeah, it was awful.
So
That sounds
9 Dragons?
9 Dagrons.
All right. I got a few Rose and Crown stories that I probably can't tell on this channel, and then the Marrakesh would be. So, Rose and Crown versus Marrakesh. Somebody take it away.
Marrakesh.
Marrakesh.
What's Devin and Beth think?
Never done Marrakesh. I'm gonna go Rose and Crown.
Okay.
Ooh, bold.
Spicing it up.
I've been to both as like a kid, but I'm gonna go Rose and Crown because I think Moroccan is adventurous for me.
All right.
That comes down to me, right? As the
Yeah.
tiebreaker.
I haven't said anything.
Oh,
but you guys
sorry,
know what I'm going
Josh.
to pick.
I
You
know.
guys know what I'm going to pick.
I don't need you to say anything.
in my bid to take over this channel, I was trying to mute you completely. So please share.
I've eaten at Rosencrown 3 times, which is 3 times too many, and I've eaten
That
at
would be
Marrakesh
thrice.
once.
Thrice.
Marrakesh, the time I ate there was excellent. Rosencrown, it's fine. It's fine. It's nothing great.
Fine.
So, like, nothing against anyone I've eaten there with. It's just fine.
I prefer the fish and chips just outside Rosencrown.
Sure. I would
Get the
agree with
fish and
that
chips
statement.
before the fireworks, and then you sit and eat them while you watch the show.
I think that's a great call. So
I did mention this on another video, but the last time I ate Rosencrown, 30 minutes later, I had a reservation at Yachtsman.
approved.
So
I remember that day vividly.
Is my confidence in Rosencrown.
Yeah, I remember that day vividly.
They sent me the pictures that made me want to go to Yachtsman forever.
Yes.
Yes.
Full circle.
So what's going through?
Well, it sounds like Marrakesh, because you didn't vote for Rosencrown, did you?
No.
And I'm not going to either, and here's why. When I was probably coming out of college, my brother Ryan and I are super close. And so Ryan is a little younger than I am. Ryan has a great time everywhere, but he has a great time at Disney World in particular. And there was this one time that we were both there in England. We went to Rosencrown and went to the restroom. And someone had too much to drink and didn't make it to the stall before they... This is what I love about my brother Ryan. He's a Florida resident. He's a Florida annual pass holder. Since that day, I hope you're watching the channel tonight, Ryan. Since that day, there has not been a time that he has not gone to Epcot and not walked into that restroom and taken a picture of the floor to show me the cleanest restroom at Disney ever since that horrible incident Brilliant. So thank you, Ryan. That's your first shout out on this channel.
Good job, Ryan.
I'm going to say it like a Texan, the San Angel Inn. Say it like a Californian, Lens Reed.
San Angel.
Thank you.
Sorry, that was with the Hebrew.
It was kind of guttural.
Or the way I got the guttural.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Jeez. The San Angel Inn versus the Spice Road Table. I know nothing about either. Someone take it away.
Is San Angel Inn the one across from the pyramid?
No, it is.
In the pyramid.
It's the pyramid.
Okay,
one.
so what's La Hacienda?
The one
Hacienda is the one across from the pyramid.
across.
Okay.
Yeah.
Devin
Either way.
seems like she has thoughts and feelings about this. I'd like for her to take over.
Let's see, Devin.
I've eaten there a couple of times, but I don't think it's very good from what I've heard. But it's cool. The boat goes by. So I voted for the other one because I saw they had the hummus fries, which I had at Food and Wine. So.
Yes, those are good.
Our vegetarian speaks. Beth, what do you think?
Right.
I have no experiences. I don't really have an opinion.
I'm the same, so I recuse myself.
I have no experiences, but I won't recuse myself because Spice Road Table.
I like Jess. That's the right thing to do.
I've eaten at Spice Road Table. It was with Lens Reed and Billy and Jody. So they
Shout out.
Yeah, that is what I pick. I've not eaten at San Angel.
Nor do I
Say it
have
like a
plans to.
Texan.
San Angel. San Angel's by the Rio Grande. So I pick Spice Road Table. Has little baklavas.
I think the math did itself there to get Spice Road through.
Like Devin said, the hummus fries are good.
I've been to both. I think that San Angel is the Blue Bayou of Disney World in that the food is like, but it has the atmosphere. But I love Spice Road Table for the melted brie, the hummus fries, and the lamb sliders. Like,
Wow.
that I go to every time. I love
Lens
it.
Reed coming with the knowledge.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
I would have been more adventurous at Spice Road, but I had a marathon the next day.
Oh, that was, we both had a marathon the next day, you're right. Just had a little melty cheese and then we went to Oga's.
That's true.
Which I
that's
think I
true.
met you guys at Oga's.
Yes. Yeah, with Marvin Dovey.
Marvin Dovey. Teppan Teppanito versus the Tutto Italia.
Not eating.
I'm
either.
speechless.
Is
I couldn't even
Teppanito
pronounce it correctly.
Is Teppanito the hibachi place?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Teppanito because I've eaten there, and I think all of the restaurants in the Italy Pavilion are overblown.
Oh, man.
Ooh, hot
Yeah,
take.
wrong opinion.
Ooh, harsh words there.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever walked into the Italy Pavilion, like outside of just, walk by it. Like
I'm going to go with Jez D on this. I've never ventured down there. I don't know if it's I'm scared of the mafia. I don't know if it's that I'm worried about getting lost. I've never gone down there.
There's nothing there. It's like, I think it might be next to Mexico, my least favorite pavilion.
I have never wandered down that corridor, so I'm glad Jez D
I
brought that up.
wandered down there for like Pinocchio and the wolf bad guy in Pinocchio, Jiminy Cricket.
I've got my picture taken during the runs there, but never, like during the race, I've wandered for a picture, but never. Does anyone have any thoughts and feelings about this?
No. There is a mini Trevi fountain back there in the Italy Pavilion. though.
Yes, I like to pretend I'm Lizzie McGuire.
Yes.
Oh,
Ooh.
well,
Okay.
that's what I'm going to do next time.
Okay, okay.
Go. Feel the rain fall
So,
down.
That's what this channel's all about.
That was awesome.
We're gonna-
Dream the rain.
So what that did there?
I'm not
That's
sure
me.
I
which
see a
one
video
that
coming.
is. Jared's
It's
trying to write one
Teppanito.
in. It's almost like a combination of
It's-
both.
He's writing
That looks
Teppan.
terrible.
Okay,
I apologize,
let's go
viewers.
and redo that. We strive for quality on this channel.
DE, tight end.
Don't be ashamed of who you are. Own it.
Via Napoli versus Mama Melrose's. I think we've often had reservations at Mama Melrose's that we often cancel.
Is that a typo?
I've eaten at Mom Melrose once.
Melrose.
Mellow Roses, yes, that is a typo.
Disney
Have
Food
you-
Blog, tighten up.
Yeah. Beth and Devin, have you eaten at Via Napoli?
Yes.
Yeah.
I liked the pizza.
That does not sound convincing.
Via Napoli is like the Olive Garden of World Showcase.
Yes.
Man,
Ooh.
scorched earth, Beth, bringing it.
Yes.
I am
there you
glad
have
you
it,
guys are
folks.
invited on this episode.
There you have it.
Skates to Sneakers bringing the flamethrower tonight.
Love, love, love.
I've never done Mama Melrose's though, so I don't know.
May have lost subscribers for that, but yes.
It's all
bring
fine.
it
It's
on.
fine. It's totally worth it.
Via Napoli, always like people go there before the races all the time. Like they're always like snack Via Napoli before the half, and I'm like, ooh, why? I'm
I have a
sorry.
cousin that swears by it. That's her go-to.
Okay.
Mm.
I've never been to either. I hear Mama Melrose's is pretty foul, but I would go to Olive Garden over Mama Melrose, I think. So I'm gonna go Napoli.
I've had
We
like
eat 'em.
I've had a pizza from the quick serve window, I guess near Via Napoli.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine. I had a pork shank at Mama Melrose. That was before a half. I want to say it was Dark Side
Star
18.
Wars. Yeah,
Good.
because I was
Yeah,
there.
good.
I don't remember what I ate, but I think it was good.
Um,
I'm not getting real convinced on either.
Well, I had a
We
small
just-
child with me.
Should we just
hard
move
to-
one through and wait?
It's gonna lose to Teppanito. I'm
So
sure.
maybe we
I
should
feel like-
just
I feel
What
like
do you
if we
think,
called
Beth?
one
Just
of them
move
the-
one through?
or just say that Teppanito trumps them both and just move Teppanito through.
Just
Yeah.
keep it blank.
EE. All right. We will do that.
That'll be a
We'll do
first.
that.
We'll call that the Beth the bet decision. No one gets through.
Raw.
Yes, just a mediocre face is all.
Yeah.
Now,
Justin, are you gonna have trouble with this one?
Yeah.
well, I just
Yes,
want to
you
say
are.
that I emailed Disney Food
AJ.
Blog again about this one to say that I thought it was a travesty that these would meet in the first round. Again, no one's gotten back to me. 50's Primetime Cafe and the one and only Hollywood Brown Derby, two of my favorite Hollywood Studios restaurants, places that I frequent every single time I'm at the WDW. They're completely different. Primetime, again, is kind of in that shtick, kind of the entertainment while you eat, could make you laugh, could make some people feel uncomfortable. Hollywood Brown Derby is a little bit more traditional, classy restaurant, signature cocktails, like classic cocktails.
Yeah. A solid Manhattan there.
Solid. Just their drink menu is probably one of the best in all of property.
Mhm.
I struggle with this one. I've eaten at both many, many times with this crew. I'm interested to hear what we say. Jar Ox and Spoon, enlighten us.
This is going to be. There's a 1 credit versus a signature. And I'm going to go with the 1 credit over the signature.
Oh, tell us why.
I
What
think
are
it's
your
just like
feelings?
because Primetime Cafe is so fun.
That's true.
And I think I'm on a fried chicken kick right now. I don't know why.
You sound like it.
You
You brought it up
So
multiple
you
times on this
obviously
channel.
need to go to KFC here, Bell's Chicken Dinner House at some point.
Like Brown
Let's go
Derby,
on
like
Saturday, King.
Brown Derby is very good. I think like it just depends on what you want. They're pretty close proximity to each other.
Mhm.
Probably easier to get a reservation at Brown Derby, I think.
Yes, totally, actually.
But like the Cobb salad is that they're famous for that. That was really good. I got that one time. I've had some steak there before. It was really good. But yeah, I think just for if you're looking at the whole experience, 50s. That's what I go with.
Okay. To diversify the thoughts and feelings, Beth, I'm interested because you look really pensive on this one. What do you think?
I love 50s. I love to pre-race fuel with some meatloaf and a
Yes.
Clean Plate Club
Mama's
sticker.
meatloaf. Yes.
You get a stick. Oh yeah, the stickers.
Yeah, you get a sticker for Clean Plate Club.
Devan, I'm interested in your thoughts and feelings too because I could be swayed either way at this point. Jar Ox and Spoon and Beth have both made a good argument.
I have been to both. I haven't been to Brown Derby in a long time, and I voted for 50s. I didn't really have a good experience. I just tried to get plain pasta with butter, and they charged me like $24 for it. So,
Oh,
And
I
I
was a
bet
little
they
bit
tore
upset.
you apart for it too at the
I don't
waiter
remember
level too.
because they just charged me for the pasta dish, but I didn't get anything in it. So I
Well,
should have asked for a grilled cheese.
Mama doesn't play around with that kind of stuff. Like special orders. Mama don't play with that kind of stuff.
No.
True.
Lynn's Reed.
I have strong opinions. So I will say I like 50s, and I agree with you, Justin. I'm glad you sent a vigorous letter of protest about pairing these two together. But it's absolutely Brown Derby for me. Brown Derby is the Carthay Circle of the East Coast.
But
They
not as
have
good.
Those
But not as good, yeah.
so good. They have those bomb hot rolls at the beginning, and the wasabi ahi appetizer is incredible. My niece got the filet last time we were there, which I think was her third steak in 3 days. I am a tremendous influence.
You're a great aunt.
Children. I'm a great aunt. And I always get the Cobb salad and the Manhattan, which is any of my people who watch this will be stunned that I go anywhere and order a salad because I, in general, avoid vegetables. But Brown Derby, beautiful, lovely, timeless, delicious. The end.
So as a recap, Jar Ox and Spoon, you went
50s.
50s. Beth went
50s.
50s. Devin went
50s.
So Lynn's Reed is the lone brown derby right now. Jez D.
Rolls.
Jez D, what are you going to do on the math here?
I don't like to be harassed while I eat, man. Just leave me alone.
Jez, come split a wasabi tuna appetizer with me.
And that principle alone, going Hollywood Brown Derby.
So Jez D goes that direction, which means me as the potential stalemate person, or to push it over. As my good friend Drox and Spoon alluded to, I'm extremely conflicted on this one. I love walking into Brown Derby with all that wood paneling, right?
Ron
The
Swanson
waitresses,
would be proud.
the waitress and the waiters are to the T. They know their stuff.
So good.
If you order a drink at the Brown Derby, you're going to get the best version of that drink that you've probably had, whether it's a martini, whether it's a Manhattan, whether it's a gimlet. I mean, you can order obscure drinks there, and they will make it for you, and it'll be the best one you've ever had.
Truth.
On the other hand, I do love walking into 50s Cafe and watching the interplay between the waiters and the people. It doesn't make me uncomfortable at all. In fact, it inspires me.
To what?
Jared and I went in there, I think it was Star Wars weekend, and our waiter immediately walked up. We had our half marathon medals on. He immediately said to us, "Oh, so you think you're cool, right?" And I died. The guy next to us, and the table next to us, was drinking a Coca-Cola in his glass, and he had finished one before the waiter had come back. And he said, "Oh, you're going to be one of those, huh?" Comes back. Do you remember, Jared?
I do.
He came back to the table and had 12 Coca-Colas on the tray and set all 12 in front of this guest so that he wouldn't have to come and refill it every time.
Brilliant. Claim it.
He's now diabetic.
Got the beat.
I watched, he only drank like 2 of them. And the cast member was willing to sacrifice 10 Coca-Colas for the joke, and it was totally worth it.
Oh, the diabetes.
But he charged him for 12.
Oh, heck yeah. What are we at? If I vote what?
Go with your gut. Speak your truth and dance how you feel.
I'm going to go 50s.
Wins.
Marv would have gone with 50s.
Marv easily goes with 50s because the bill's always less, too.
Sure.
Moving down, Hollywood and Vine versus the Sci-Fi Dine-In. A note for the viewers. I've canceled more Sci-Fi Dine-In meals than I've ever canceled any other meal. Has nothing to do with them. It's just with timing and things like that. Hollywood and Vine or Sci-Fi? Anyone have any experience with either?
I do not.
0.
I've been to Sci-Fi, and I enjoy it. I've heard bad things about Hollywood and Vine.
I've heard
Alright.
yeah, Hollywood and Slime.
Oh, that's
Ouch.
Brilliant.
I'm convinced we've been to Sci-Fi, but it
The
was
cars.
years ago.
Sit in the car,
Jared.
yeah.
Oh, I
Like
don't remember
years
that.
ago. You're probably scarred still from Alien Encounter, so you didn't remember it.
Alien Encounter is busted.
This is rough.
So, what do we think? Should we just move one through?
I mean, you could sit in
Sci-Fi.
a car.
Move it through.
Sci-fi. You could sit in a
Sci-fi.
car.
Sci-Fi through.
Okay.
It sound
Sci-fi.
based on the nickname, Hollywood and Vine shouldn't move on. I don't think we need to even talk about the next one. It is a travesty that 2 AKs that are respectable would be put together. Some of the best sushi I've ever had was at Yak and Yeti, That's when Lindsay and I first got married. We had our honeymoon out at the WDW. So we'll move Tiffins through.
You guys have, Beth and Devin, do you have any Yak and Yeti love?
I don't have any experience.
Been one time, but I don't remember it really. And
I've been there once. Oh, have you been to Tiffin's, Beth?
No.
And so Beth will be coming to Tiffins with us next time we see her.
I hadn't gone to Tiffins until Princess, and my world was changed. I demolished that ride.
Fantastic.
It's amazing.
I was like,
and the atmosphere is amazing.
I remember now. Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry, Yak and Yeti, you shouldn't have been put in that position, but you were.
Yeah, it was unfair.
All right, this is potentially a tough one. Tusker House versus Boma.
Oh, Boma. 100%. Because the brownies are the best brownies you will ever have in your life. And as I have mentioned on this channel many times before, when I go to Boma for dinner, I bring like a travel mug and I leave with a travel mug stuffed with brownie bites. Like shameless, blameless, walk out with about 20 brownie bites that I eat over the course of another 24 hours. So
ringing endorsement for Boma. I don't know if Devin has any thoughts and feelings about either.
I really enjoy them both, but I did vote for Tusker House.
Good.
But I'm like a breakfast person. I've never done Tusker House for dinner, and I think I've done Boma a few times for dinner as a kid.
Okay.
Just for continuity, I'm going to tag on with her. Boma or Tusker House for breakfast is amazing.
It's really good.
Buffet style breakfast, all the food that I like. You can get your picture taken with some characters in their safari gear. Tusker House for the J. Crow. Siblings.
My only problem with Tusker House breakfast is the frittata. Why do they not call it the Hakuna Frittata?
The Hakuna Frittata.
Missed opportunity there.
Craig, if you're watching, this would be a great opportunity to get Jarox and Spoon in front of your marketing folks.
Yeah.
Hakuna Frittata.
I've not eaten at Boma. I have canceled more Bomas than anything else just because of time and stuff.
We will bring you there. It'll happen.
So we got some Tusker House love that sounds like from the siblings.
I like Tusker House. It was good for breakfast. The parentals have gone for dinner before and they enjoyed it. It's good breakfast.
Boma's definitely on my list though. Like I want to eat there.
We will.
Eventually.
Again, I think this was a poor first round pairing to put Boma against something like Tusker House. Beth, what do you think?
I love Boma, but I have never been to Tusker House. So my heart in this decision lies with Boma.
Good job.
Yeah. Love Boma.
The math says that you're wrong, and so we're going to move. Tusker House is going to move on.
Math like the hips, do not lie.
So moving on, we have The Wave. I have no idea.
At the Contemporary.
Okay. And Boat Rights.
Which is at Riverside.
So the Riverside's a resort I don't have a lot of experience at. And I know nothing about The Wave. So
may I share a strong and unfounded opinion?
Please, that's why we have this channel.
I'm going to share a Boat Rights only because one time I was wondering about The Wave and I watched a YouTuber do a review of The Wave or do an episode about The Wave, and from their glowing review of The Wave, I say Boat Right because I think it looked gross, everything that they had there. So Boat Right.
You're going to totally discredit everything that person put on
I was watching them celebrate the mediocre steak and poorly constructed appetizers and imaginationless desserts and realized, no, you're wrong. Try again, Wave them out.
So Lynn's Reed has thrown the gauntlet down hard. Does anyone want to dispute any of this?
Strong and opinions.
I've heard The Wave was good by someone I kind of trust a little bit, but go ahead.
Say more.
Yeah.
No, I
frequently stay at Riverside, and I've never eaten at Boat Rights. And
my mom said it's the worst restaurant in Disney. She heard.
That's what I hear. I hear that too. I hear bad things about Boat Rights.
So Devin just pretty much threw a grenade into the boat rights.
I don't think we've had any the worst restaurant yet.
That is a first on this channel.
Yeah. Corner.
I'll go with the Wave because I've heard more good things about the Wave than boat rights.
Yeah. I saw they have glazed donut French toast, which seems pretty interesting.
Change your vote, Linz. We're going.
That is right up this channel's alley.
The Wave is called.
I stand by my research, and I stand by the steak that should never have been that I saw on YouTube. I've seen things, friends. So I still stand by, even though I know nothing about boat rights. So go there. We're going to go there on our next trip now. So
the Wave doesn't look like, well, it looks like a place that you don't get a steak at, number one.
Oh.
Number two, it has an ellipses in its name, the Wave ... of American flavors, which
that's
is
inappropriate.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
But the pictures look good.
Devin and I ate at the Wave before the marathon this year, but we just got pasta with
plain pasta.
Mine had chicken in it, and so
This sounds like a
were
Devin theme. We just got pasta.
I just got some pasta.
I'm a little bit plain.
So I'm really unclear how we're going to move one of these through.
Oh, right. I win.
I like that most of us have never heard of it, either of these, but we have strong opinions about both. Jarox and Spoon decided that the Wave is moving through. So now we're going to go back towards the boardwalk with ESPN Club.
Why?
And
Why?
Trails End.
Trails End. The ESPN Club shouldn't go back.
Am I just writing down Trails End?
I would think
Trails
so.
End is all the same food from Hoop-Dee-Doo because it's the same kitchen.
I did enjoy Trails End.
I did too.
Yeah.
And by a show of hands, who has enjoyed the Hoop-Dee-Doo? I love the Hoop-Dee-Doo.
I love Hoop-Dee-Doo.
That's a good time. I've
Justin, where are you
embarrassed
from
more
again?
family members at that than anyone else. I'm sorry, Jesdy. What'd you say?
Where are you from again? That seems like a non. You could just go to Fort Griffin and go to the Fandangle.
That is accurate, but I can't get all my family there and embarrass
Same
them.
thing. It's true.
My mother set off the fire alarm at Hoop-Dee-Doo because she hated it so much that she ran through the emergency exit.
Oh my goodness!
Shout out, Jody! So proud of you.
Is Jody not a fan of audience participation?
Nope. Jody does not like to be bothered. She does not like that sort of thing. When they go on cruises, they sit away from strangers because they don't like to make new friends. But
If you don't like audience participation, don't go to Hoop-Dee-Doo.
Nope.
Right, Beth?
Yeah, no.
All right, next round. What's so funny, Lindsay? Chef Mickey's Cape May Cafe. That's a tough one. Chef Mickey's Cape May Cafe. Thoughts and
Devin, go
feelings?
first. Devin.
I said Cape May Cafe. I've been there, but not in a long time. But I don't really like Chef Mickey's. It's
So,
chaos and
tell me
sticky.
why. Because of the chaos of the characters and the kiddos, or what's the chaos? The chef
The floor was very sticky when we went. There was people
Ooh.
running everywhere.
It also
We did
smells like
front.
Golden
It was-
Corral.
Very expensive.
So, breaking, Jarox and Spoon just,
Admitted I've been to Golden Corral.
yes.
We don't have those in Rhode Island.
That's a post-run haunt.
For our New England friends, could we describe Golden Corral, please?
I
like to call it Golden Trough.
Ooh.
Golden Trough. It's a buffet of American cuisine,
There you go.
but their hot rolls are fabulous. There's a chocolate fountain that's there
They
all
probably
day.
will not bring it back.
Okay, that sounds inappropriate.
Lunch and dinner. There was
I
a
don't think-
chocolate fountain.
We have any buffets left in our state. Like, that's not a
Ooh.
thing here.
I'm
don't
guessing
have-
there's not buffets in Oakland either. We got them here.
We got them here. They're
We
everywhere.
used to have the old country buffet. Did you ever go there? In Seacock? No.
I mean, no chain buffets, but I could live some life at a Vegas buffet happily. So I'm not anti.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We have Chinese
Well-
buffets, but that's it.
Out here in West Texas, we still enjoy good
Buffet is life. Buffet is life.
cheap food
Sun-
buffet, all you can eat. Lots of
Sunday
things like
buffets.
macaroni and cheese,
All I can eat is a
hot
challenge,
rolls.
as far as I'm concerned.
The midichlorians are going to change that, I would think. So was Chef Mickey's out? Is that what I'm hearing?
I've never been to either, and I'm going to vote for the other one that I've already forgotten.
Cape May is in Grand Floridian. Am I correct?
Beach
No,
Club.
it's at
No, Beach
yeah.
Club.
Beach Club? Then fine.
Kimberly
Move
dressed
it
up.
through if it's in Beach Club.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
all I need to hear.
There are crab legs on the dinner buffet. That's all I
it's
need
a
to
seafood buffet.
Yeah, if Cape May is on, move it
So-
through if it's in that.
Move along.
Move along.
Yes,
1900
that's
Park Fair and Ohana.
I've never
I've
been to
eaten-
either.
know. We ate at 1900 Park Fair, correct?
yes, because Mary Poppins was there.
Mary Poppins
Mary
and my
Poppins.
child hid under the table. That's right.
So that's what, Epcot?
Grand Floridian.
Grand Floridian.
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 Oh, okay. That
Thank
makes
you,
this a
Dan.
little tougher than for me because I like Grand Floridian.
I'm going to share another strong unfounded opinion.
Please, go ahead. Floor is
Ohana,
yours.
which I have never been to, over 1900 Park Fair, which I've also never been to, on the basis of all of the small children in princess dresses melting down in front of 1900 Park Fair, which is adjacent to the Grand Floridian Cafe, which I actually love. So I see a lot of sad children and a lot of angry adults in front of 1900 Park Fair, and I cannot imagine how that translates into a pleasant meal. So, I mean, I love children, but it looks unhappy. I feel for their unhappiness there. And Ohana means family, and family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. So, Ohana.
There was
You're welcome.
thunder here. I got distracted.
I was
Devin?
dropping some truth. It was beautiful. There were tears.
Am I
Devin
putting
and
down a
Beth?
hot?
Ohana for me. I've been to both for both meals, but I think I like going to the Polynesian. I don't even eat skewers of meat, so. But they have noodles.
There you go.
Noodles,
do have
noodles are
noodles.
good.
Yes,
Those
they
noodles
do
are
have
good.
noodles.
Do you partake in the bread pudding with the side of Rice Krispie at the end?
Ooh.
Yes.
I've never-
The Rice Krispies.
Yeah,
Okay.
last time me and Justin went, it was like, here's your bread pudding and a side of Rice Krispie treat.
Oh, I haven't
It
been
was
since
good.
they did that.
That's beautiful.
It was, when was it?
But the bread
Wine
pudding
and
is
dine.
tasty.
That would have been marathon.
Wine and dine.
Wine and dine?
Line of marathon.
Yes, wine and marathon princess.
Star Wars. Dagobah.
The apostrophe should be after the O, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think there's a typo.
Beth,
I'm
any
going
thoughts
by-
and feelings?
Ohana sounds good. I haven't been to either.
I'm going to let you guys, for you viewers out there, I'm going to let you into a kind of a behind the scenes conversation that we had. So now and then I wander
Oh,
into
no, it's the
Jarox.
other way. That's right.
I
Sorry.
wander into Jarox and Spoon's office, and today we spent a good 20 minutes talking about the Ohana beef,
Like 5.
the steak at Ohana.
Oh, not
And we've-
metaphorical beef. Actual.
No, not like a beef, like I got a problem
Okay.
with you, like the steak. So Jarox and Spoon and I decided that from now on, when we go to Ohana, we're going to say, hold the beef.
Okay.
We just
they go
want
eat
the
other
chicken and
things?
steak. We want chicken steak, chicken wings, whatever those like noodle things are they bring.
Pot
We don't want the overcooked steak.
Yes. Yeah, because like Ohana won on the original Disney Food Blog bracket. It's not going to win on this one.
No, reasonable person would do that.
Tell me why, Jarox and Spoon.
It'll get past the next round, I think, or it could get to the finals.
Well, it's in
But
a
it's-
weak bracket. Look at this
Yeah,
bracket.
that's true. That's true.
So weak.
Like we have a reservation there in the future, so we're gonna eat there. So it's not like we don't like it, but it's most of the food is excellent. Like the steak is so bad, it's
So bad.
It brings it down.
Just
Okay.
don't bring that skewer this direction.
Yeah, like give me more noodles and chicken and pot stickers.
Is it like a Brazilian steakhouse where they wander around and like offer you
Kind
skewers
of,
and
but
things?
it's
Yes.
not as liberal as a
My-
Brazilian
my-
steakhouse.
I heard you can get some of the food at the bar, like the noodles.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
hot
yeah.
stickers.
The bar is always full when I've been there, so I'm
Yeah.
sure it's popular. The final comment I'll make on Ohana, we need to move through this so it's not an 8-hour video. When Jared finally retires, I think he's going to go and work at Ohana.
It's just gonna be
And
playing ukulele.
He's going to play ukulele and teach kids how to push
Coconut shells.
with.
I thought he was going to be a fire dancer in Festival of the Lion King.
Well, he needs to transition into
That takes
Yeah.
skill
It takes
that he does
skills
not
and
have.
getting
All
good.
right, viewers, let's get into this. Le Cellier Steakhouse versus Garden Grill Family Style. Go.
Le Cellier, the end.
Devin? Anyone else have thoughts and feelings? You're going to let Linz Reed own
Did I
this.
win?
This is kind of harder than I
thinking-
thought it would be.
Really? Jar
'Cause I'm
food, say
thinking-
more.
I'm thinking of Garden Grill breakfast and non-breakfast.
Man, I love me some Garden Grill.
Garden Grill breakfast is nice.
But Le Cellier
Love me
has
some
like.
Garden Grill.
Poutine.
I've not been to Le Cellier brunch though.
It's the exact same menu. There's only lunch and dinner, and it's the same menu at both.
Because the steak was very good, the poutine was very good. Some little thing with my steak was very good too.
Did we get dessert?
Take a stance.
I think we did because we missed fireworks.
Got it.
It was like a brownie or something. Oh, Duke Kaboom was on it. Canada's finest.
Speaking of
Near
kaboom,
the
Boom.
chocolate mousse that looked like a mousse.
I got one Le Cellier vote. I haven't heard from our New England friends.
I'm gonna go Garden Grill.
Boom.
Garden Grill for me too.
2.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go with Garden Grill because it's pretty good food
3.
and Mickey. And it's hard to get both of those, good food and Mickey.
All right.
Jared?
I'm gonna go Garden Grill too.
Boom! The math plays out. Garden Grill, move it on.
I'm stuck by Canada, and I am going to eat lots of poutine the next time I'm there. I will share
Germany
it. Love it.
versus China.
Oh,
Do you want Biergarten or do you want some Nine Dragons? It's air conditioned.
Nine Dragons. Strong
Beer
opinion.
Garden.
Biergarten for me.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go beer. No, I'm gonna go Nine Dragons. That was an amazing Chinese cuisine.
I'm gonna get some pork belly bao buns.
Those are good.
3-2.
That's all you had to say was pork belly bao buns, Nine Dragons.
Boom. The math plays out. Nine Dragons moves on.
I almost wrote Dagrons.
I was supposed to say, you read
Say
Dagron?
that. You said it in your video, I believe.
That's what we call dragons. Dagron.
Marrakesh is taking on the Spice Road table.
Oh.
Seems like a totally
That's a
lame
lot of
one.
spices. Spices and spices.
I like
Marrakesh is
Spice
good.
Road Table more than I do Marrakesh. So I'm voting Spice Road Table.
I have not had Spice Road Table, but I do enjoy Marrakesh.
Go with your gut, Jez.
I'm Googling at the moment. Gotta
So
look at
Spice Road
pictures.
table and AK or not?
They're both in Epcot.
Epcot.
Both in Epcot.
Okay. I've eaten at neither.
Me too.
I'm throwing my vote to Marrakesh.
So we have a tie right now.
There's always a lonely server out in the middle of the walkway at World Showcase trying to get people to
and
eat
they're
there.
trying to get people to eat there, and it doesn't make sense because it's delicious.
Sounds like
It's
Jared.
nestled in
There's
the
a
back
belly
of,
dancer.
of Morocco.
Spice Road Table is an amazing place to watch whatever the nighttime spectacular is.
That's
at
true.
Epcot.
So here's where thoughts and feelings become important.
Come on, thoughts and feelings. Devin, what's your favorite?
I haven't been to Spice Road Table, but it intrigued me. And Marrakesh, I went in 2005, so I don't remember.
It was only 15
Spice
years
Road
ago.
Table.
Got another one for Spice Road Table.
So is that 2-2?
Tie. Can I pick Spice Road Table off location?
Yeah, go with your gut.
Okay.
Judge D?
All right, I chose Marrakesh.
That leaves it up to
I think
me, and
I'm
I know
counting.
nothing about what we're talking about.
Strong, unfounded opinion, sir. What does your heart say? Tap in.
My
I
heart
had
says
lamb last time I went to Marrakesh. When I went to Marrakesh,
my heart says Spice Road Table is a cooler name than San Angel Inn, so we'll go with that. Teppanato.
Not against that.
Teppanato just got passed
Oh, yeah.
straight
Teppanato
through.
Yep.
That was the Beth rule, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
50s versus sci-fi. If anyone votes anything than 50s, I'll leave this Zoom right now. Likewise, if anyone votes Tusker House over Tiffins, I will hit the red button.
Just because I
Pass it
think
through?
the four of us are going to vote for Tiffin.
Yeah, Tiffins passes through.
Tiffin.
Long.
Now, the fact that a Tusker House got eliminated without any kind of debate, and now we have to debate this one, is a fatal flaw in
The Wave
the
and-
seeding.
The
The
Wave
Wave
and Trail's
versus
End.
Trail's End.
Greek tragedy. On the basis of what has been reported that I was conflating Chef Mickey's. Oh, Trail's End.
Trail's End.
I've done my research on the Wave. It is not
Trail's
okay.
End.
Even as a Texas resident, eating a buffet of barbecue, I'm going to choose that.
Trail's End?
Yeah.
And it's pretty when
It's
you
good.
walk toward it.
It's
You're
so
like
hard to get
outside and
to.
naturey.
It's a troop.
Cape May
Like-
Cafe versus Ohana.
Cape
Ohana.
May. Just cuz.
I heard a Cape May and an Ohana.
Oh, Camp May or Cape May?
Kate.
Cape May.
Kate.
Cape May. I vote Camp May. Just cuz.
I've only had experience at Ohana. I always have a great time with Jarox and Spoon there. M to the Kelsey, that we had a great dinner with her there. I'm going to go Ohana, but please hold the steak.
I'm going to go seafood buffet.
I'm
Kate
going to
May.
go Cape May as well.
This could get dicey.
I'll do Ohana.
Ooh.
Oh.
Is that four?
Devin saved us there. That moves it on, right?
Yes. That says Ohana right there. All right, we're almost there, guys.
Yeah. So we're 10 hours into this video.
I want to go back and revisit some of the things I've said.
Garden Grills really advanced more than you might think the old Garden Grill would.
It's a little gem. A little hidden.
Garden Grill is kind of the Cinderella story, I would say, of this table surf throwdown.
Sure.
Garden Grill versus Nine Dragons. I'm just going to throw my thoughts and feelings out there. Nine Dragons, I love. It's air conditioned, good food. The service is always great. It's not a whole lot different than most Chinese restaurants I've been to, so I'm going to go Garden Grill.
I'm going to go Nine Dragons because I went with Jared during Princess. It was the first time I'd ever gone. And everything I'd ever read about Nine Dragons is that it was terrible. And it is most decidedly not terrible. And
Not
it's
terrible.
air conditioned. And that was another meal that I couldn't finish. Partially because we had a Sunday beforehand. But I'm going to go Nine Dragons. It was delicious. So, Lindsay's answer.
Devin.
Garden Grill for me. I haven't tried Nine Dragons, mostly because of the terrible reviews, but maybe I'll have to give it a try.
I was surprised. I'd never gone because of the terrible reviews, but it is delightful. And a
Beth,
good.
what are your thoughts and feelings?
Garden Grill.
I haven't had Nine Dragons. I like Garden Grill.
The GG moves through. Now, I do want to say that the poor reviews should not hang around Nine Dragons' neck like a
No.
noose. It's a good restaurant,
Really
good
good.
food, good service. If you like Chinese food, which I love,
Mhm.
you need to go there.
It's not slimy Chinese food, too. It's good. It's
No.
good stuff.
Yeah,
It's
it's
excellent.
not-
I have Chinese
Yeah,
food. I don't
I
think.
thought the service was excellent, too.
Yeah. What
Yes.
Lynn's got last time, I've never seen that in a Chinese restaurant.
Yes. Garlic
It was-
garlic noodles with salt and pepper shrimp, and it was delightful. It was very delightful. Plus pork belly bao buns, and it was good.
Yes.
So our friends at Disney Food Blog should be ashamed that we should even be talking about this as an Elite Eight, but Spice Road Table, Teppan
I'm gonna push Spice Road Table because I don't think any of us have eaten a Teppanito. Have we?
I have, but
I was
it's
16.
like your hibachi place you can get anywhere.
So basically, we just pushed these through with no
Road
love for either of them.
I love Spice Road Table. I love
I'm
it.
sorry, Lindsay.
Thank you. One of my favorites. Anyway, continue on, sir.
Now, this one.
No, there should not be competition.
Jared,
I vote for Tiffins. Everyone knows.
Jar Rocks and Spoon. If you go to the WDW with Jar Rocks and Spoon, you're gonna eat at Tiffins. Like, even if you try to avoid it, even if you try to like think that you're not gonna eat at Tiffins, you're gonna eat at Tiffins if you go with Jared.
And it's a gift. So
It is a gift. The full fried fish is probably one of the most amazing things I've ever eaten, and the Lion King dessert
and the charcuterie and the octopus.
and the
Yes.
charcuterie board.
With the
I
little
teared
duck
up a little when
pate.
dessert came, so I'll
Yes,
vote
the Lion-
Tiffins.
Lion King dessert had almost ended a marriage. Our friends Australia and Gabriel. That's how good it was.
Gabriel was not sticking to his side, and Estrella used her firmest voice I've ever heard her use in the many hours I've spent with her in a Disney place, and we saw it unfold in front of our eyes. But
Yes.
they're fine, but
As far as
they
we
might
know.
be Lion King's dessert, so remember who they are.
So we got a resounding Tiffins momentum going. Does anyone want to abate that?
Never been to Tiffin's, but it sounds delightful and it sounds like it outshines 50s primetime.
I haven't been to Tiffin's either, but I may have to look at a kids menu.
Devin, Beth, Wine and Dine. I already anticipate the Jar Rocks and Spoon will have you on the Tiffins reservation. So.
Beth won't be there.
I'll be at Wine and Dine. Have to
Boo.
go to a wedding.
I would probably tell them that I can't make it.
Have to go to
Any
Tiffin's.
of them to have a wedding during Wine and Dine?
Shame on you for scheduling that when you did.
I have
Sunday?
a
Check
scheduled
calendar.
wedding during Wine and Dine, but I've already booked it, so I'm
Proof.
gonna have to miss the wedding.
Again, Disney Food Blog. The fact that we're talking about Ohana versus Trails End is probably an oversight on the seating, but I'm going to vote Ohana. Just hold the stake.
Just forget about that. Jared's correct. Just write Tiffins over there.
So he pulled a Beth and pulled Tiffins all the way through.
There you go. Yes. Appropriate.
So I guess we can put a bow on this thing. We're at the Final Four. I'm Jim Nance, and this is
Are we at the
CBS.
Final
and
Four?
we should be.
Nah, we need Garden Grill and Spice Road Table.
Spice Road Table. Oh no, you guys voted Garden Grill.
No, I don't think we made it this far.
We haven't gotten to that spot yet.
Oh. Spice Road Table. My vote.
Anyone want to counter argue that?
I think everyone does.
I think Garden Grill is versatile.
Garden
If you have
Grill.
a big group of people who have a diverse taste, Garden Grill definitely. But I've never had Spice Roll Table, but
Melted Brie, man.
Melted Brie sounds amazing.
It's
I
not.
think-
It doesn't suck. I can tell you that much. It's real good.
The whole package of Garden Grill, just because it's a character meal, it's fairly
But also
cheap for a
Mickey.
character meal.
Rotates.
Yeah. What do
I'm
you
going to
guys?
tell you what hurts
And
my
you're
heart about
inside.
this. I see Yachtsman. I see Homecoming. I see Sanaa. All these restaurants falling by the wayside.
Should have been. Again,
And we're talking about we're talking about advancing Garden Grill, which I like.
Should we break the rules and bring like Yachtsman over? What do you think?
Just pull it across, or
Yeah.
pull Morimoto. Oh, Morimoto
Make it a
made
fair
it. Pull
fight.
Sanaa across. So
Garden Grill's going to go up again.
I mean, Garden Grill's not a Final Four, but neither is Spice Road Table.
Okay, so our Final Four. This is our Final Four. Garden Grill, Morimoto, Tiffins, California Grill.
Wow,
feel
3
like
of those
that's
4 are worthy. This is the Jared Final Four. I agree with you, Jesdy.
It is, and it's like a trip to Disney with Jared.
It is correct.
There you
if you
go.
want to know what dining with Jared at Disney World looks like, we have met it here
You should be so lucky.
in bracket format. So, esteemed panel during the Slacker Symposium New England edition, Morimoto versus California Grill. Hopefully we don't end friendships over this.
This is crushing. This is
It's
hard.
2 of the best restaurants on property.
Okay, I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to say Morimoto. That's just what my heart says right now. So Lindsay votes Morimoto, especially on account of the last dinner I had there with Jared where we split dinner for 5 for 2.
I want to watch Jared squirm at the end of this, and so we're going to leave him to the end. Devin, what do you think?
I've only been to the California Grill, so that gets my vote.
So those votes cancel each other out. Beth?
My heart also says California Grill.
Go with your heart.
So now comes down to the siblings, whether Morimoto is going to make a comeback or not.
What
We're
did
gonna
you
start
say,
with
Justin?
Jesdy.
What did you
I'm
say?
holding mine until right before yours.
Okay.
Well, that
So-
leaves me, and I, whether it's street food or Morimoto proper, I do not go to Orlando, Florida without going to Morimoto.
Wow.
Yeah,
Great
Jess,
story.
high fives.
So
And then that's
what are we at?
And also
2?
Iron Chef.
We're at 2-2, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which means I'm putting my good friend Jarox and Spoon in the position of tying or taking over, correct? Because I could say 1,
Yeah.
and he could say the same.
Look in your heart.
While there's documented footage of us watching Happily Ever After from the balcony at California Grill, and I may or may not have teared up.
That's appropriate, sir.
He did, probably.
If you guys ask me right now where I wanted to go eat, like I could go anywhere I wanted to go eat right now,
What is it?
it's Morimoto.
Right.
Hey, the last time I ate at California Grill, like everything was excellent.
That's true.
Like we got free champagne because we wore our medals.
We're
the-
charming.
And I talked about this on a previous video. The garlic bread was so good. I did not have the bison. I had a fillet.
I had the bison.
The Linz, you got some like sushi for appetizer.
Sashimi, in fact, and it was good.
I got a charcuterie board there also. I got some drink that it was the first day on the menu, and it was excellent.
Dragon.
You could see the fireworks from up there. You gotta wear a collared shirt when you go up there.
Just saying.
You wore your Olaf collared shirt, and it was perfect.
I did. But at no point during that meal did I yell because the food was so good. I did that at Morimoto last time. As I put a piece of duck in my mouth, I think I went, yes!
And you forgot about lobster. There was lobster that was forgotten at one.
Forgotten lobster.
Oh my God.
Anytime you can order a seafood tower that feeds 3 to 5 people, or 2 to 3 people,
It was
and duck that feeds 2 people, and you order that with 1 other person, and you eat that and
demolished.
still have enough room for dessert at Amorette's. Like California Grill is excellent, and we do have a reservation there for hopefully sometime next month.
Yeah.
But Morimoto. I love California Grill.
Yeah, these are all our love. Our hearts can hold all of these, but like most people, you have to choose a favorite child, and so we have chosen Morimoto. I'm not a parent, but that's what I hear.
I do want to go to the brunch though.
Yeah, me too.
Morimoto.
Morimoto Grill.
Viewers, I hope you enjoyed watching Jarox and Spoon work through that conflict within him.
Thoughts and feelings.
Lots of thoughts and feelings. He talked through it. All his emotions came out here on the Zoom.
We edited out the crying.
Yes, we had to take out 10 minutes of sobbing. But I think he chose, and he chose wisely. Mm-hmm. I do think part of his decision-making was made easier by the other side of the bracket. Because we have Garden Grill versus Tiffins.
Garden Grill! No, just kidding.
Let's talk NCAA basketball. We all love when that little school makes it to the Final Four, and then they get put up against Duke, and they get embarrassed. GG's the little school. Is there any chance that the Cinderella kid takes down the mighty Tiffins? I say no.
Should we give it a grateful send-off? Like, thank it for how
I'm gonna say that they take it to the fourth quarter and keep it close. Tiffins, in my opinion, Tiffins wins on a half-court three-point shot.
Okay.
Anyone disagree?
What, Beth and Devin?
I was actually just reading the Tiffins menu.
What did you learn?
I learned that there is a great selection here.
That's right.
And as much as I love Garden Grill, it doesn't stand a chance to Tiffins.
All right.
All right.
Devin?
Yes.
I didn't read the menu, so but it's probably better.
Is there pasta there? I don't know.
Everyone can make a grilled cheese if they have bread. So
There's lobster mac and cheese
Sure.
to hold the lobster.
for the whole lobster.
Yeah.
So my wife, Lindsay, not a vegetarian, but not really a meat eater. She always enjoys the seafood selections at Tiffins. And so, as expected, this is Jarox and Spoon's channel. It moved through. So, sibling, if I would have told you 8 hours ago what would be the final two, what would you have predicted?
Then you can always predict Tiffins and Morimoto. This is what living with Jared, living in Jared's world, looks like.
So anyone who has enjoyed the privilege of Jarox and Spoon's company would know that this is the final that we would enjoy. Now we get to watch him really squirm. His favorite park restaurant, Tiffins, versus his favorite Disney Springs off-property-ish, Morimoto. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know how I'm going to vote.
I don't know how you guys are going to vote. I don't know
how I'm going to vote on this.
I don't either.
I'm extremely conflicted right now.
It's time for me to go down memory lane in my phone.
We've had our very special guests with us. They've done an amazing job bringing thoughts and feelings. Devin and Beth, skates to sneakers, like, subscribe, follow their channel. We're going to let those two as our special guests lead off. So, Devin, is it Tiffins or is it Morimoto?
I gonna go with Tiffins, I think. I just looked at the menu and I'm intrigued. And I've heard it has a cool view from the lounge.
Oh,
Yes, it's overlooking a river thing. The
So
Nomad
she
Lounge.
just brought up the Nomad Lounge, did her research. That's why we invited them as special guests. They didn't just bring pretty ears. They actually brought tons of knowledge. And they filled out handmade brackets.
Yeah.
Beth, bless us with your thoughts and feelings.
I've researched both menus, and I'm going to go with Tiffins.
Tiffins on the board with the early lead, trying to take out the Iron Chef. I'm going to throw it to sibling number 1, Jez D.
I don't know.
You had a whole commercial break.
I know, and I still had no clue. I will say this. Last time I went to Tiffin's, I had a vegetarian meal. I had the polenta, and it was amazing.
Mm.
And that was like no meat, no fish, just pure. It was a polenta cake, actually. So it was polenta made into a hockey puck, basically deep fried.
why not?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Ooh, I cannot decide.
You abstaining?
They are both my favorites. Different places, different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I was once like super ill before flying into Orlando. Flew into Orlando, like had some bad something somewhere.
Okay.
Flew into Orlando, ate at Morimoto that night, and felt fine.
Healing
And
property.
still ate
Yeah,
Morimoto.
I was going to say the same thing that Lynn said. It's the healing properties of the Morimoto. You need another moment?
I do need another moment. Also, I got distracted from the thunder.
There's quite a big thunderstorm rolling through Abilene, Texas, storybook capital of America right now.
And briefly woke up my child, so.
Why don't we throw it to our West Coast correspondent, the most popular character on the channel,
No.
Lynn's Reed. We
All right,
have
I'm
2
going
votes
for
for Tiffins.
What? I know.
We have 2 votes on the table for Tiffins.
I don't quite understand why my heart is saying this. I have had several tremendous meals at Morimoto, including the last one, which was the best of them all, dinner for 5 for 2. But my heart is saying Tiffins, even though I've only eaten there once, because the whole fried fish was so out of this world, and the charred octopus appetizer. So my heart, like as the tree in Pocahontas says, I am listening to my heart. I shall understand. It's Tiffins. Final answer.
And just like that, we have 3 votes for Tiffins. We have 6 cast of characters on the channel Symposium tonight. I ask you one final time, sibling number 1. Tiffins
I
or
feel
Morimoto?
like we should go with what does Jar Oxenspoon think?
So
Because
I was thinking,
if you
go
have
ahead.
3 and 1 and he votes Tiffins, it's all over. Doesn't matter what we say.
I was thinking along the same lines. There's 3 votes in, 3 votes to go. Shame on us for having an even number of Symposium viewers.
We learned from last time.
We'll get Marv on here next time, although he's way past his bedtime. Let's just assume that Jez D and I went Morimoto because we have love in our hearts for that particular place.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to put the glaring spotlight squarely on my friend, Jar Oxenspoon. All cards on the table, all the chips have pushed in. We're at the Sabak table. All on Jar Oxenspoon. Tiffins, Morimoto, make us proud, king of all media.
Well, at Morimoto, I mostly get the Peking duck. Even if I'm there, just me and you, Justin, it says on the menu, it says Peking duck for 2.
No.
I order it.
Your suggestion, sir.
I've done that a couple times. Peking duck for 2 for 1. That is like the best duck that I've had, and I've had like other esteemed chefs' duck. Tiffins, I've eaten there, I don't know, 8, 9 times. I've only ordered 1 entree there, and that is the whole sustainable fried fish, the snapper. I love how sometimes they have cards on the table that says "Welcome back." It has my name on it. And it's the last couple times I've eaten there. It's like everything is excellent. The drinks, the appetizers, the food, the desserts are so great. Morimoto does not have great desserts. That is
weird.
one thing. Yeah, Tiffins has everything top to bottom. And to make Joe Rody proud, I choose Tiffins. And his
Well
ear.
said, Jar Rocks and Spoon. I think all of us could tug at our ear for that one. Outstanding job. Tiffins is the winner.
Journey.
If anyone knows this channel, you knew 10 hours ago that Tiffins was going to win this thing.
This was all futile.
This was all futile. Tiffins was going to be the winner. I really want to thank Devin and Beth for joining us on the Slacker Symposium. You guys brought some serious knowledge.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us from the Great
Yes.
Northeast.
We'll eat at Tiffins one of these.
Yes.
We'll go marathon. Let's all eat at Tiffins.
That'll be your
Yes.
reward
Sounds
for staying
good.
until 4:00 in the morning to do this.
Yes.
We appreciate both of you being part of the cast of characters, for hanging out with us for this 10-hour video table service throwdown. To the core 4, Linz Reed, Jez D, Jar Rocks and Spoon, and the owner of this channel, Jake Rose. Thank you for hanging with us for another Slacker Symposium. Jar Rocks and Spoon, I'm handing it back to you to lead us out.
All right. Thank you for joining this 5-hour video. Like, subscribe, tell your mom about this.